What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Michael Knapp Fishing. This is going to be our second part of our sick series. I've been so sick, guys, that I'm so sorry, but I haven't missed a YouTube video in almost a year now, and I don't plan on starting that. So yes, we're going to be in the office for a little bit longer. But we're still going to go over some cool stuff. I got two more cool things that I kind of want to go over. And one of them is going to be what we talk about today. I'm not going to show it yet. But a lot of you guys know that I did join Catchco. I'm one of their newest influencers. And with that comes a lot of access to other brands that I haven't used, don't like to use, all kinds of stuff. So my opinions may be changing a little bit on some of the stuff that I get to use. Anybody that knows kind of what I'm talking about there, you automatically know what brand it is. But anyway, we're going to roll the intro and then we're going to talk about this. Alright guys, so for a long time, I have absolutely refused to use this brand, and honestly, I'm kind of opening my mind a little bit to it. Catchco sent me a deal on some stuff, and they asked that I kind of check them out and be open-minded to it. So we're going to do it together, mostly because I couldn't say no. You know, I mean, it was a really good deal. Googan Squad. Let me see if I can get it to focus real quick. The Googan Squad Thicc Jig. So, everybody knows I am a hardcore jig angler. I love jig fishing. There we go. And anybody that's been on my boat knows I'm really good at it. You know, kind of with the whole moving and going with kind of moving to new companies and whatnot. Catchco, I knew that they kind of, I don't really know what to do. They don't own Googan. They just, I guess they make their products. I don't know. I don't know what the relationship is 100%. But my contact Zoe said, hey, be open-minded. Anything you can try. Anything you don't want to, not a big deal. You have full access to everything. And, you know, we want you to really use the stuff. And so I said I'd be open-minded. And I'm being open-minded. So right off the bat, this is the Googan Squad Thicc flipping jig, Thicc jig, I don't know, whatever. It's a jig. I really like the head in it. This was kind of the #1 reason why I more or less agreed to trying these things out. Check out that head. It's a very different head. It kind of reminds me of like the peanut jigs back in the day. I really like the jig in it, but upon further inspection, and it's something that I actually like even more in theory, because yet again, none of this is going to matter if I get on the water and I can't get it, and I can't get it to set the hook, but I can already tell I really do like this. Check out this weed guard. Focus. Come on, camera. Okay, she's focused. I just don't know that you can tell. This is a flat weed guard. It's completely flat. Guys, I'm really sorry. I'm trying very hard with my R5 to get this to work the way I want it to. Very solid. You know, I've harped on jigs. I can't tell you how many times we've talked about jigs on this channel, but I'm sure people really get tired of it after a while. But if you don't have a good brush guard, then you don't have a good jig. It's just the fact. It's just the facts. You know, if your brush guard is trash, your jig is trash, and that's just kind of what it boils down to. And I really like this brush guard. Like, I really like it a lot. I'm kind of hypnotized by it right now. Y'all know I haven't been feeling well. Holly's got me on all kind of medicine trying to get me feel well. So I get very easily entertained by something. But this is a real, I mean, look at how fast that comes back up. I mean, it's very thick. I promise. I'm trying to get it to focus. Okay, watch this thing come back up. I mean, it is, look at that thing. It is very springy. It's stiff. I may have to thin it out a little bit for these winter fish, but winter fishing is just a little bit of a different ball game. But once summer comes around, that's going to be perfect. It's not going to matter one bit. So the one thing that is always, and I mean 100% always, a deal breaker for me when it comes to jigs is rubber bands. I do not fish a jig that is just held on there with a band around the skirt. And these are not. These are hand wire tied. These have got wire ties on them. I'm looking at it right now. I would try to show you, but you know, good luck with that. I don't know that that's necessarily wire. I'm not real sure what that's tied. That looks like it actually just may be string. But either way, it's still hand tied. It does not come down very easily. I did get this one down finally. News breaker there. I was playing with this off camera and I did pull it down. But I wanted to see how, you know, how sturdy it was. And let me tell you, it took a lot of pressure to get this thing down, more than a bass will ever put on it, but I just wanted to see how good it was. And then the other thing that really made this jig for me, and yet again, I haven't used it yet, and my opinion may completely change of it once I get on the water, but just looking at it outside of the packaging, you know, my first thoughts of it, I really like it. But this here is what just really made it for me. I'm trying to get it up here the best way that I can. This is a double keeper. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you've got the metal keeper in the back, or I'm sorry, yeah, the lead keeper in the back, and then you've got a metal keeper in the front. So it's a double keeper system on this jig. And that's a big deal to me. You know, the better that trailer stays up there, the less plastic I'm gonna go through, and the more likely I am to, you know, be able to save time and not waste time trying to constantly, you know, catch these fish, or constantly change out my plastic to try and catch these fish with. I really do like that it's got a double hooker in it. This has got a 5/0 hook in it, a little bit bigger than what I'm used to. I usually run 3/0 and 4/0 hooks. We're gonna give this a whirl. It's got a 5/0 hook in it because this is technically a heavy brush, heavy cover, you know, just throwing it down to the nasty thick of it stuff, which is why this is so tough and so hard to move, and that big old hook in there. This is a 3/8 ounce of a jig head. So all around, I really like the jig, believe it or not. That hook don't flex easily. I like the jig a lot. I know a lot of my followers can be like, really? You're going back on everything you said, and you're right. I am going back on everything I said. Not everything. I'm going back on some of the stuff that I said. I've never been a fan of the Googan plastic. I just think they tear easily, but if they catch fish, they catch fish. You know, there's no arguing that they catch a lot of fish. Everybody knows I fish with Exxon. I always have. I always will until Exxon no longer wants me, because I truly believe in Exxon. But I am using other brands now. Exxon has given me the okay to be an influencer with other companies as well. So I'm excited to try other stuff. I am going to try other Googan stuff as well and really check them out again. And yes, they may tear easily, but does it make up for the number of fish that you catch? We're gonna find out, you know. I mean, the worst case scenarios, I don't like them, and we move on from it and we just keep using everything else. But anyway, guys, that's today's video, is on the Googan Squad Thicc Jig. Like I said, I just wanted to try it out, try something new out, and I couldn't really pass up. You know, you can't really say no when somebody asks you to try something. So, but we're gonna try these out, and we're gonna take them out on the water very, very soon. At the same time we take those crazy reels out, I promise, guys, it's coming. We will be on the water very, very soon. I'm filming this on last week. As long as I feel well, everything is good, I'll be out on the water this week. I should have already been out in the water yesterday and 2 days ago from when you're watching this. I should have been out there already filming. We should have fishing videos very, very soon for you guys, and I do apologize again for being under the weather and not able to go out there so much. And then of course we had the wedding and everything, and haven't been on the water in a while. But anyway, guys, if y'all will do me a huge favor, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on, leave me a comment down there. Let me know what you think about the jigs. If you ever see me out fishing in the Honey Hole, Cherokee, Douglas, I'll be honest, that's probably the only places I'm going to be this winter. I may make a couple trips to Watauga, probably not going to be very many, and then we'll be making a couple week-long trips down to Chickamauga. But it's going to be a little while. But I'll let you guys know when I'm going to be out there. We're going to catch up with a couple people and go fish with them. Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, comments on, notifications on. Take care, everybody.